welcome back to my channel. Thank you for checking back in. Today I'm bringing you my back workout. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you've enjoyed the last couple of workouts I've been putting up. If you haven't seen them, go back. I put up a chest workout, shoulders workout. Now here's my back routine. We're jumping it off with some reverse grip lat pull downs. Now a lot of people usually go with a wide grip and they go overhand. Now the reason you sometimes should change it up, change the variation and do an underhand grip is because it's going to hit more the lower lats. Okay, a lot of people don't target and hit their lower lats enough. Now as you can see from the movement here, you can see that my elbows, if you're going with an underhand grip, it allows your elbows to come right down to your side. Your elbows aren't flaring out at all. They're coming down and they're really coming down to them lower lats. That's going to get a lot of lower lat engagement, okay? When you go overhand, which you're going to see in a bit, your elbows tend to flare out. So what's that going to do? It's going to hit more of the upper back, okay? But we're going to go over that when we get to it. Focusing on this exercise right now, you want to just get a full stretch forward. As you can see, when I'm coming forward, I want to lengthen my lats out as far as I can. You see some people that don't get the full stretch just because they're not actually rocking forward a bit. Now that doesn't mean that you just let the weight fly up. You still control the weight with your lats coming up, but you still got to come forward. That's going to get the full stretch in the lats. Then you're going to come down. You're going to see it a bit better now. I took my top off so you can see the back working, so you can see it more effectively, right? So as I'm coming down, I'm bringing the bar, I'm leaning slightly back. You don't want to lean too far back because then that's going to turn this into a rowing motion. This is a pull down. We don't want to be doing any rows, okay? We're going to be doing that in a bit. This is for the width of the back, okay? So lean back slightly, arch the lower back a bit, bring the bar right down to the upper chest and squeeze the lats, okay? Don't just let the bar fly out, squeeze the lats. In between sets, as you can see I'm doing here, I'm doing a little lat spread just to get my mind muscle connection right and to try and pump some blood into that muscle, okay? So in between, I always pose to get my mind muscle connection right. So I started with a couple of warm-ups, right? Now we're moving up in weight. We want to shoot for something that's challenging for 10 reps, okay? But something that you can control. If you can't control it, then lighten the weight down and try and correct your form, okay? So you want to come down to the upper chest, hold it for a split second, stretch all the way up, and then come back down, okay? We're going to repeat this for about 3 sets. And then what I've done here on the third and final set, I've done a drop set, okay? So as soon as I was done, I dropped the weight down and I went straight into a drop set, okay? We do the drop set, sorry about that, my phone just rang. We do the drop sets obviously to try and just tear down more muscle fibers, causing more growth, okay? But again, even on the drop set, I'm still going to try and keep my form really good the whole time, okay? It's more about form than about weight, guys, when you're trying to build muscle, okay? There's a time and a place for heavy weight, but try and keep your form as good as you can. Right, next we're going over, in this particular gym, we don't have a station for a row. So what I've done here is I've set the cable really low. I've put a step. What I could do is actually bring my body out further, okay? So I've got more range of motion. If I'm too close to the cable, then I can't get that full stretch on the way down, okay? So I've stepped out a little bit, put a step there. And what I'm doing here again is I'm going underhand, okay? So again, look at my arms close to my side, hitting them lower lats, squeezing my back as hard as I can. Look at the pause, every rep, pausing, going as heavy as I can, but with good form. And there at the end, you can see here some quick reps. I'm doing 5 partials, okay? So at the end of your 10 reps, pump out 5 reps as well. Don't do that on every set, just here and there. When you feel you got the energy, pump out a few more. You're going to see the pump you're going to get in your back. It's going to be crazy, okay? Second set, again, keeping the weight the same, controlling out and squeezing in, okay? Now as you come out, that's just as important as the actual rowing motion itself, okay? You don't want to drop it out because you're not getting the full benefit of the exercise. When you're controlling that weight down, you're allowing the lats to bring it out. It's actually causing more muscle tears, okay? You're getting more muscle fibers involved and the back's just under constant tension, okay? you're always resisting the weight. If you just let it go, you're not resisting the weight anymore. Your back's resting. Another thing to keep in mind is look at my grip. You can kind of see it from this angle, but you can see my thumb is actually tucked under the bar. Okay, what I tend to find when I wrap my thumb around the bar, I tend to squeeze too hard with my arms, and I'm focusing more on the actual grip. And my forearms seize up, they get really tight. I feel a lot more bicep involvement, and I don't want that. I'm trying to hit my lats here, okay? So you can see it here as well. The thumbs go underneath the bar. That's going to allow you to concentrate a lot more on the lats. And what you need to focus on is pulling back with the elbows. Don't row with your arms, okay? Imagine your arms are just hooks. They're just wrapped around the bar, but you're driving back with them elbows, okay? Focus, think about your elbows the whole time, all right? Pull back as far as you can, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and lengthen out, okay? That's how you want to do it, guys. So third set here, I think I kept the weight the same the whole time. I didn't move up. I just done some drop sets. That's my third set, and here I think I stand up to pose a little bit. So just squeezing my back out again, squeezing it as hard as I can to pump more blood into the muscle. Then I moved over, same exercise, different grip. Now, if you talk to anyone, any bodybuilder or anything, I guarantee they're going to tell you to get a well-developed back, right, you need to hit it from different angles, okay? So what I'm doing now, changing the actual grip, but doing the same exercise, going to hit a different part of my back. Okay, so now you can see my elbows, they're flared out to the side. They're no longer tucked in near my lower lat. So what's this doing? It's going to involve more upper back now. So you're going to be hitting different muscle groups now. You're going to be hitting more the upper traps, the rhomboids, the teres major, all the upper back, the muscles in the upper back, they're going to be getting involved now as well. Here, first set, you see them partials again. First 10 reps, nice and controlled, and by the end of your set, you should be tired anyway. So them last 5, just rep them out as quick as you can just to get more volume in the exercise, all right? Here's another view. I think it's my third and final set. Squeezing on each and every rep. Now I'm trying to bring them shoulder blades together and squeeze it as hard as I can, okay? Bring the elbows as far back as they can come and just contract the back, okay? So 10 reps here again, and then afterwards I think I'm gonna stand up and do a lat spread, okay? So yeah, so standing up again just to get my muscle connection, pump more blood in, just squeezing again. So this is this my, wait, no, sorry, this is my last set. This is my last set, okay? So just finishing off 3 sets. I'm just showing you every single set just to show that the form's got to stay the same. Even if you get tired, I was quite tired at this point. If your form is starting to slack, then drop the weight a little bit, okay? There's nothing wrong with dropping the weight down to correct your form, okay? Even if you started heavier. And here again, I finished off with 5 partials. So those are 2 rowing movements for more back thickness, a bit on the lower lats as well. One more lat spread as well. Here we go. See the width of the back coming out there, the lower lats coming in, the upper back. It's all good, all good. Right, next, moving on to some T-bar rows. Those of you that haven't been following my channel for quite a while won't know this, but I've actually got a lower back condition. I actually herniated the disc quite a while back, so I can't go too heavy on this exercise because I'm in quite a vulnerable position. That's where I wear a belt with all my exercises. So I try and not go too heavy, but just something where I can get a good contraction and a weight that can still challenge me a bit. Okay, and what I done was I supersetted that with straight arm pull downs. This is an isolation movement just involving the lats now. I like to use a rope. I see a lot of people use a straight bar, which is completely fine. I've done it with that as well, but personally with a rope, for me, I find that it's a bit more, you got a bit more free range of motion. You can open up the arms a bit more. As you come up, I like to let that hands come together. As I come down, I spread the rope out and I'm able just to get a better squeeze with the rope. But feel free to try both, see which one you find more comfortable. Either one is great, it's just personal preference. So second set. Now obviously when doing this, make sure that you don't round your lower back. Try and make sure that you when you bend over, you got to bend from the hips, not the spine. Okay, because a lot of people round their shoulders forward, their lower back curves over, and there's just too much stress there on the lumbar spine. Okay, you want just bend at the hips and try and maintain a neutral spine the whole time. So moving over here, I think I've done 10 reps and then 10 reps on this as well. Okay, you can actually go for 15 if you feel you can. Do 15 reps on this on an isolation movement just to burn out. Now this is the last exercise we're going to be doing. So there's the second set, third set here, different angle. Now you can see, look, if I was to come down any more parallel to the ground, I most likely would curve over and all the stress would be on the spine. You don't want that, so stay a bit upright, not too upright as well where you're just using your hips and legs to pull the bar up. You still got to be somewhat bent over, but don't do it to a point where you know your back's rounding over. You don't want that. Okay, and then finishing it up here, the final set. Okay, so we've done a few pull down movements, we've done a few rowing movements, and we're doing an isolation movement here to finish off the back. Okay, so this is the routine I've done this day. Always keep your routines fresh, keep the body guessing. I'll have more back workouts coming. I hope you guys enjoyed this one though. Please leave it a like if you did. Subscribe to my channel guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.